Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Yanni. Today I decided to do an unsponsored clean with me video, and since my place was looking so crazy, I figured this was the perfect time to show you a cleaning day with me. So if you're not already subscribed, make sure you go ahead and you hit that subscribe button for me. A lot of y'all are not subscribed. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button and let's get cleaning. So today I'm gonna go ahead and start with the kitchen. I have no idea why it's so messy. I mean, I guess it must have been a really busy week with all these dishes out and just all this stuff all over this counter, which sometimes, it be like that sometimes. But I'm gonna make sure I clear off all the counters first, put the things that don't belong where they go. There was cereal left in this bowl, y'all, which is super gross, but I mean, it happens. Anyway, I was going to put these dishes in the dishwasher, but I decided to not be lazy since I kind of dedicated Saturday mornings to being the time that I clean. I just went ahead and hand washed them. I always make sure to clean out the sink of all the leftover food and liquids that were in there, just because it's disgusting. And I like when everything kind of looks shiny. So I usually just use whatever dish soap. I prefer Dawn, as you can see. The next thing that I was going to do is I'm going to take this Lysol multi-purpose cleaning spray and spray the counters off and get the crumbs and stains and food, and it leaves the kitchen smelling so good, so fresh, and so clean. So I don't like to follow up with the paper towels though, because I feel like that can kind of get wasteful. So I just use the sponge and it doesn't leave streaks and it dries pretty fast. So that's just what works for me, but do whatever you like. Alright, so now it's time for me to do the other side, but I also do want to clean off the stove. So this is actually the first gas stove that I've ever had in an apartment, and I have to make sure that I clean it a kind of different way. I still use the Lysol spray, but I want to make sure that I take everything off of there just so I don't mess anything up while I'm trying to clean. And then I also made sure, that Lysol isn't too harsh to be wiping that stove down with, since it's a gas stove. But it worked out pretty well, and yeah. All right, so after I've wiped everything down, I got to put everything back on here. And then it's actually a pretty easy process, so I don't mind doing that. I'll wipe the top off, and then I'll just finish cleaning this other side of the counter off. And everything is starting to come together so perfectly, and this kitchen is starting to look so clean. I mean, I have the rest of the apartment to go, so we'll be here for a little minute. But, I mean, it just makes you feel better to have one thing kind of done and then move on to the next, so you feel like you're making progress. But the next thing that I'm doing, what you see me doing right here, is I am restocking just like my little coffee container for the Keurig. It's nothing really special, but I mean, I'm a coffee drinker, so I just like to make sure that everything kind of looks nice. I'm gonna wipe down the refrigerator because you need to do that. That's like a very, very germy place. Everybody puts their hands on your refrigerator to go and get something to drink, something to eat, whatever. It gets touched pretty much all day here, so I want to make sure that I give that a good wipe down, get rid of any fingerprints that are there. Of course, we're finishing up here with the kitchen. I want to make sure that I sweep it down really good, and then of course I'm gonna take the Swiffer cleaner. That's just what I use. Don't judge me. I know I could get a mop or something, but a Swiffer is just quick and easy for how much I clean. I feel like the Swiffer works for me, so I'm gonna keep using it. But yeah, I guess the job done, and then the floors are looking nice, the kitchen is looking nice, everything is clean, and I'm a happy person. I'm a happy person when things are clean. Oh my goodness. Like I don't know if I have like OCD. I don't think I do, but you know, I'm a clean freak for sure. So on to the next. Moving on to the next room, we're gonna go into the bedroom. It's actually not super duper messy. There's just kind of a little bit of clothes out on the floor. Actually, kind of is messy. But I just need to make the bed and pretty much clear everything off that desk, off both of the desks, and then put the clothes back. Which putting the clothes back, which actually was taking the most time because I had to figure out what stuff was dirty, what stuff was clean. It's not always that difficult, but sometimes it just can take a little bit. So with this particular room, it gets pretty dusty, at least this desk over here by the window. So I like to just go ahead and kind of dust that off. And then if I see that there's any like spots or just want to give it a quick wipe down, like today, I'll be doing the Windex spray and then I'll give it a good wipe down and then kind of plug everything up so that it can charge. And then I do take my time with trying to make the bed. I just like it to look a certain way. I need a couple more pillows. But other than that, I pretty much am in love with this bed. So, yeah. In case y'all were wondering, that's a duvet there. I think I put it on the wrong way. So, it just was kind of looking a little weird. It's not supposed to look like that. But, I mean, for the most part, it didn't look too bad. Maybe some of y'all probably didn't even notice, but yeah. Okay, so the next room is the living room. I don't know why I went in this order, but yeah, we're going to do the living room now. This part really not so bad, apart from me just having to put some shoes back. The hardest thing about this room is the couch because it's pretty big and the pillows or the cushions are pretty heavy and I have to, you know, put them back to their shape because they start to deform after you sit on the couch a couple of times, but you know, you just give it like some pats and push the feathers that are in them back together and then it reforms. That was a bad way to explain it, but I really don't know how else to explain it. But it's a really comfortable couch. It just deforms after a little bit and then you have to put it back together. But you'll see at the end of the video what I'm talking about, how the couch is supposed to look versus how it did right now. Or you'll see right now, actually, once I'm finished putting it together. And I take Lysol just to kind of disinfect. It's a linen Lysol spray just to disinfect from people, you know, coming inside, you know, germs, COVID, all that. I like to give the TV stand a good wipe down and also dust that as well. And then we vacuum this little rug, give it a good sweep and mop, and we're good to go. So we've reached the last room, which is going to be the bathroom. Almost done. We're getting so close, y'all. All right, so what I gotta do is I gotta put these dirty clothes that I just left on the floor, put them in the laundry basket. I gotta take everything off the counter just so I can spray it. I found this Clorox spray and it smells so good. I think I saw somebody using it on a TikTok video and I wanted to get it, and it literally smells so amazing. So I love using that for the bathroom. I'm gonna wipe down the mirror with some Windex, just give that a quick wipe down just so that it's very clear, there's no little water spots or anything on the mirror. And then I'm gonna wipe down the counter with that spray. I like to let it sit a little bit just so that the smell can spread around, and then just so that it can also just start disinfecting. If you read those bottles, it wants you to leave that spray on there for about 10 seconds and then for you to wipe it down. So that's I try to follow that as much as I can. And then again, I told you guys I don't use the paper towels or anything to dry the counters or whatever. I just use the sponge and then it'll air dry pretty fast. Put everything back. The hardest thing about this room is the shower. The shower is so big, and I used like the extendable scrubber. I'm not sure what it's called, but I'm gonna call it an extendable scrubber. And I get in the places where I can get. I think I'm gonna just have to start cleaning the shower while being in the shower from now on, because it was hurting my arms after I was done cleaning the shower. This isn't the first time that I did it, but it's like after I've done it this way a couple of times, I'm like, I need to figure something else out that's going to be less taxing on my arms and my shoulders and stuff. I have to reach in there. I'm pretty tall, so my arms do stretch to the back to get it, but no, I got to do it better than that. But yeah. Then to kind of get the soap off, I kind of use a cup just so I can splash the water and get the soap off and everything like that. And then the last thing I do was the toilet. Got to get that together, disinfect that nasty place. I have to. But now that it smells so good, it's going to be so fresh. Yes. The toilet paper, and we're pretty much done. And then I do sweep and mop the bathroom. All right, and now we're done. Oh my gosh, it took a little minute, but we have successfully cleaned the entire apartment, and it was so dirty. So this is kind of just the before and after of all the rooms so that you can see everything and how it all turned out. If you enjoyed this video, make sure that you give it a thumbs up, and if you're not subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button for me. But other than that, this was a wrap, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you. Bye.